Hey yo, welcome to the Yellow Room Podcast Cypher. This is your boy, Mr. Two Cups. Do you, cause he too cool.
Yeah, I think I was 11 years old when I started writing, but I don't know, I was writing music. I did like music before. Ayonto ilula. Ingeyonto enzima futhi xa ngabe isisiphiwo kuwe. Ingayinto enzima mhlawumbe nxa kuthiwa uyifundele ngoba mina azange ndiyifundele. Le nto ndiqale ndimncinci light ikandlela. Remember the time lahla amathemba kukubi ngaphandle nyukile intaba lost my mother and sele nomuntu again must try nyukile ithemba. No me patient but patient I have to go there. I'll never hesitate. I got no one umthwalo undisinda bekumnyama ekhasi sifo.
Hey yo, welcome to the Yellow Room Podcast Cypher. This is your boy, Mr. Two Cups. Do you, cause he too cool. This is another episode of the Yellow Room Podcast Cypher. Today I'm going with my nigga alone. I'm not alone. The team is back outside, trying to get us everything on site. You know what I'm saying? Today I'm with my boy, THEECAPTAIN. He's going to tell us more. He's a musician. He's a poet, slash rapper. You know what I'm saying? Slash songwriter. You can name it all. You can name it all. But then I don't want to hear you. I don't want you to hear it from me only, but to hear it from himself, Mr. Jimmy the Captain. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, welcome to the Real Room Podcast Cypher, Mr. Jimmy Captain.
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity at the Yellow Room Cypher podcast. My name is Jimmy. I'm Jimmy Captain. My real name is Pilasande Putuma. So my Jimmy Captain, it's my stage name. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for me to have you on our podcast here at the Yellow Room Podcast Cypher. It's a great opportunity since, we know you as a musician, not only as a musician, but also as a poet who also shares stories that have been happening around your life, I will say that. You can tell us more about your side of the poet before we start with the viewers about the story of the music side. You can tell me more about when did you start to become a poet?
Yeah, I think I was 11 years old when I started writing, but I don't know, I was writing music. I did like music before. Since I was a child, I liked music, so I teach myself how to write music. But then when I go deeper, I see, no, that's not me. I think I was 14 years old when I started to write my first poem, yeah. My first poem, I was doing lower grades on the primary. It's where I started to write a poem.
Yeah. Oh, that's when you start to write your own poet.
Yeah, my own poet.
Your own poet. So tell me, how was the first experience of you writing your own poet? Since then you were on the still age of the lower age, and you were still doing the primary. How was the experience of you writing your own first poet? And tell me more about your first poet. Did you ever perform it on the real stage? Maybe performing it live for the people and sharing the message that you wrote on the poem?
Yeah, I did perform, I think once on a stage. That was my first poem. 18 Mthandazweni.
Mthandazweni meaning we are in prayers, right?
Yeah, I'm in prayers.
Yeah.
So I did write that poem, I think now. It's a long time ago, since I was 13 years to write that poem. So it's the only poem that when I perform it, I think about how to struggle to write. But then it was not that hard to me to write because I was also writing since I was young, I want to become a musician. So I was also writing music. So to write a script and then throw it away, and write a script and then throw it away. So to get that experience, so it was easy for me. It was not that hard for me to write a poem.
Okay, so tell me more about your poem. The poem that you wrote, the first poem that you wrote, I wonder, even the viewers, they wonder if the poem, behind the story of the poem, what was the story behind that poem, the first poem that you wrote?
I was facing a little bit struggling, and then I was I want to be a musician, and then I was telling people how can be easy? Okay, how can you strive and work hard and more to get on what you want?
Okay, I understand. But then, angazi ukuthi mhlambe angitholanga kahle.
Okay,
You can try to explain it more.
ndandibhalela ukuba nokuba kunzima kangana empumelelweni ungaphumelela noba ustrugglisha kanjani na
Yeah.
kodwa ekugqibeleni uzophumelela. So ungalahli ithemba. It's like it's about hope.
Yeah, it's about hope. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. Meaning, the poem behind the story of the poem was too powerful, right? So tell me more about the poem. I want to know about because the title of the poem the one made me like feel like your poem is so fire, man. It's so fire because the theme of the poem is what it get me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame me. I just wanna know more about the poem. Ne? Oguti, yeah, the poem it sounds spiritual, right? It sounds spiritual because something that you're willing to do. You know, you can't just give up along the way. If you wanna succeed on what you wanna do, or you wanna become successful on what you wanna do.
Yeah, this poem, it was spiritual. It is spiritual, and also it is also motivational poem.
Yeah.
It has those both sides, and on those both sides, they are working together to get on success.
So what made you actually, Mr. Jimmy, Captain? Tell me, Uguti, what made you Uguti, like to start to write poem? Because you were saying you were writing in music, like you were focusing on music side, you were doing your music thing, write a script and write another one and throw that one, and meaning you will want to find the right script for your poem, right? So I want to know what inspired you. What is the motivation behind the poem? What made you get the inspiration of you wanting to write your own poem?
It was I was doing like grades in the lower grades. It was arts and culture and these things.
Yeah.
And then on the school they give us a task, and they make you to choose if you wanna dance or sing or doing a poem or rap. So may I just choose to rap, and then I did write lyrics, and then those lyrics I did find out when I'm still racing them. But no, this is not a rap, straight rap.
This is poem.
This is poem, and this is deeper. And then I decided to change. No, when's the poem? Then everyone was surprised. Why is it when's the poem? Then I said I did write a poem instead of writing a lyrics that will need a beat. And then they said, no. Just do a freestyle from any song, any people you know. Then I started to do that. And then after that, and then I said, no beat. And then that color went the poem, Pam Gwabandu. That was the first time to write my poem and the first time to perform it. Yeah.
So how was the experience of the people hearing your first poem? How was the experience that you see from the reaction that you get, the response of the reaction from your poet while you were doing the poet? How was the crowd or the audience? How was they reacting on your poem?
Even my teachers were crying.
For real?
Yeah.
That was a serious, because I can tell.
Because I was young.
Yeah. That was
Give them those words.
Yeah, those words.
Yeah.
Those words, you were too young.
Yeah.
But then, meaning even today, man, they can tell what man. The guy was too powerful on poem, right?
Yeah. They know that even today, they can ask me, where are you about
your poem journey?
Poem journey. And I said, no, I'm just still doing them.
So you tell us more about your poem journey. Have you ever had a big stages? Have you ever performed on a big stages with the performance, maybe like a market theater in Johannesburg?
No.
But are you like willing to perform on those stages?
On the stages.
That sounds so real. That sounds so real. I can think even the fans wanna know, Mr. Jimmy THEECAPTAIN. Why Jimmy THEECAPTAIN? Because I hear your name is Jimmy, right? So THEECAPTAIN, where is the name of THEECAPTAIN coming from?
The name of a captain, it's come from when I was still. It was after high school. Then when I start to hustle for myself, and then all my guys they say, you are a captain of the street because of I was hustling on the street.
You are hustling on the street.
Yeah,
So they called you the
I'm
captain.
the captain of the street.
Or the captain
And
of
also
the street.
it also matched me since that I'm a poet. It also matches me with that.
Hey yo, shout out to the captain of the streets, man, once again. Yo, you were saying, okay, sorry for that, because I had to shout out that, you know, hustling on the streets, man, is not something that we can say it's easy for anyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because it's not easy whereby you're getting challenges along the way, you're getting and it's not something that we say we condone for people like to live on the streets or to go hustle on the streets. But then if you know that ain't no other way that you can do everything that you want to do. So there's only way for you to go hustle on the street, but hustle on a good way on the streets.
Yeah.
Right? Hustling in a good way on the street, because we can't condone people who are robbing people, right, on the streets, who are chasing people, who steal cars, you know, those kind of things, those kind of involved in crime. You know what I'm saying? But then shout out to the people who are hustling on the streets in the right way. Shout out to the people once again. That's for real, for real. So yeah, Mr. Captain, tell me more about your music side. I think now my friends, even your fans, they want to know more about the music side. When did you start, Mr. Captain, like to go in the studio and record your own song and release the song? Or did you ever like hit up on the digital platforms with your own music? Can we find your music whereby you are individual on the social media platforms or any TSPs?
Apparently now, no, because of I'm working on it.
Okay.
And then I know the wave of music industry.
Yeah.
It's not easy in these days. So there are people who are different, and we come with a different style and with the different things. Even everyone must come with a different thing, so that everyone must like, who's this? How did you get this? So like, even so when the father do like, okay, let's say in the rapper is
Yeah.
athi nxa ivamna, okay, andiva flash kumkani, or ndiva uRedondo, or ndiva Pizzo, or ndiva uYanga Chief, or ndiva iFan. No, andifuna ukwenza kanjalo, ndifuna uvakala ngendlela yami nami ndodwa.
Heavy meaning you want to have your own sound. You don't want to like I will say in the hip hop game they're calling it cap. You don't want to cap other people's styles.
Yeah.
Meaning you want to like invent your own style in the rap game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big shout out there, Mr. Jimmy Captain. Big shout out to that, because it's not easy like people like to invent your own thing. People, because now they see me or they see Casper Nyovest, they want to be Casper Nyovest, not knowing what Casper Nyovest did to be Casper Nyovest. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Jimmy Captain?
Exactly.
But I really, really, really like what you said. You don't want to be someone else, but you want to be you. You wanna do you. You know what's my slogan of Mr. Two Cups? He says, I'm Two Cups, Mr. Do You, cause you're too cool. You know what I'm saying? You do you cause you are cool. You know what I'm saying? You are cool by doing you, not by doing someone else. You know, do you and you will be cool. You know what I'm saying? People will love what you are doing because you are doing you. You're not doing someone else. But then, Mr. Jimmy Captain, I really, really like what you are saying. So, you're saying there's no any song that we can find on the TSPs whereby you are alone. But can we find maybe any features that you've been working on recently, and which type of music? Because I even wonder. Their fans, they even wonder, what type of music are you doing? Because they hear you talking about rap, they hear you talking about singing, you know. So me too, I'm concerned. Actually, which type of music, which type of genre are you doing?
Yeah, I'm up to hip hop. I wanna do hip hop. I'm not just wanna rap. I wanna do hip hop. Then forget about rap and sing. like we can combine those things.
Yeah.
And do music
Yeah. Meaning you want to do hip hop music as a whole.
as a whole. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to like choose. You want to rap or you want to sing.
Wanna sing
you
rap, wanna trap,
wanna trap.
what, yeah.
Yeah. But then tell us more about the features. Any songs we can find on the DSPs that has you on the features?
Yeah, it's a cappella. The name of a song, it's a Hilltops. I was featured by Two Cups Raps.
Shout out to Two Cups, my guy. Shout out to Two Cups and Jimmy Captain on Hilltop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and other features are not yet released.
Yeah.
Yeah, not yet released. I have other features where I'm doing poetry.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk about this, but then I had a song when it's Amapiano, and I'm doing a poetry in Amapiano.
Hey, yo, man, I didn't know that you can combine Amapiano and poetry. Maybe this one you can just try to like summarize it for us, my guy, because now it sounds so interesting. Now we're having a genre that was being invented from South Africa, right? Shout out to people who are doing Amapiano once again. Because Amapiano, once for all, I heard Amapiano. Amapiano, what I know is from South Africa. We are the ones who invented Amapiano. Now Amapiano is out there in the world. People are vibing on Amapiano. They listen to Amapiano. They download and stream Amapiano artists from South Africa, my guy. So tell me more. I didn't know that you can combine Amapiano and poetry. How is that? Because, yeah, I know hip-hop and poetry is the same thing, as you said, because you were doing hip-hop before, then you switched and doing poetry. It was not hard for you because you're already knowing the weights that you're combined to do poetry. Yeah. So tell me, how was the experience of you doing Amapiano and poetry?
No, that was easy and that was smooth because of that Amapiano song. Nah?
Yeah.
It's a combination of Gwiji and the poetry.
Gwiji, or is the songs? Gwiji is those songs they sing on soccer, right?
Yeah.
And if the team is going out on the matches and they come back winning, they start singing on the buses and stuff. Yeah.
It's Gwiji and the poetry on the one song. It's Amapiano also. So we wanna change that Amapiano to be like spiritual, like all of these things that are happening. We want to make something different from Amapiano also.
But still using the same instrument, same elements of Amapiano.
Exactly.
But switching Amapiano into poetry.
Into poetry
and Gwiji. So it's not hard for people who sing Gwiji, because I think if you are singing Gwiji, it's not going to be hard for you to write Amapiano as an artist, right? Because now you start to do Gwiji, but you know obviously the lyrics that you wrote for Amapiano almost sound similar because your voice is got to be high on the high level note. Yo, Mr. Jimmy Captain, it's been a great pleasure, man, having you on our studios. I don't know what to say. It's been a great pleasure having you, man. And shout out again, Mr. Jimmy Captain, for you. We are waiting for that Amapiano and poetry, my guy, because now that thing starts sounding so amazing. So tell me,
so different.
Yeah, it sounds so different, my guy. You know, so I wanted to say, you can tell me more about if and maybe there's a viewer at home who are sitting at the couch and they decide, okay, since now I wanna move into the entertainment industry. Now I wanna do poetry, right? I wanna do poetry that motivates people, right? Because now I'm new, I don't know anything about poetry, so I don't know even how to write poetry. I'm new, but I wanna join the department of poetry. Yeah. So how can you like give us advices on a viewer that is there home watching us now and want to join the poetry side?
So okay, guys, what I wanna say to you, to do a poetry, if you like a poetry and then wanna do a poetry, and then it's not a gift from you to do a poetry, you can go to school and learn how to write. So, andifuna ukuthi ungayibhala ipoem kanjani. Laa nto sisiphiwo leya. Laa nto sisiphiwo sibuya kuNkulunkulu. Yoba wena ukwazi ubhala, ukwazi uma phambi kwabantu, ukwazi ukwenza yonke into ofuna uyenza ngepoetry. Ayonto ilula. Ingeyonto inzima futhi xa ngabe isisiphiwo kuwe. Ingayinto enzima mhlawumbe nxa kuthiwa uyifundele ngoba mina zange ndiyifundele. Sisiphiwo ndisithatha kuNkulunkulu.
So, meaning when you say, yes, that's a big motivation that you said, Mr. Jimmy. I really love those words. And I even take it as the person who want to join the poetry side, who doesn't have any idea of how to start to write a poetry, took those words so seriously, and they even wrote them down how to like start to do poetry. But then, Mr. Jimmy Captain, I really want to say, on the side of
lastly, poetry is different also.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know.
There are those people who are writing and there are those people who are not writing.
Yeah.
And even those people who are writing, they are too different. There are too many. Yabo. Ngesixhosa sesithi sinembongi yephupha. Uyakwazi ukuphupha, you dream something and then you wake up and write. Yabo. If you didn't write that thing, it will always be on your mind. Angeke isuke izohlala ikhona up until uyibhale, up until you expose ebantwini ukuthi mhlawumbe into oluyiphuphile. So there are those people who are seeing things and want to write about these things, and then like abone imoto enhle afuna ukubhala ngayo, omnye abone indalo afuna ukubhala ngayo ukuthi indalo itshintshe njani, sintoni like i-development, i-politics, yabo. Umuntu obhala ngento azibonayo lo, ngento ezenzekayo, yabo. Even those who like who dreamed before abhale, they are also can do that. And then there are those people who are not writing at all. Even on the crowd, they can wake up and take a mic from a pastor, maybe on a funeral. They can take a stage anywhere. Yeah, but there are those people who can do that. On a poetry, we are different.
Yeah, there are too many different types of people who are writing poetry.
Yeah, even those who are not writing.
Yeah, too many of them. Meaning you tell everything that you really saw. You don't just tell lies or tell something that you say, I think this one, it might work for me, like for people to start like my poetry, right? You talk about that because from my experience, Mr. Jimmy Captain, let me just not come on your mouth. But what I know is that you can write something that you don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But you have to write something that you know. So that the story that you are telling is story that you are knowing, right? You can't just tell the story that you don't know.
You don't know, yeah.
But you can still tell the story that that they have told you by someone else.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe by your grandmother,
yeah.
your moms, your pops, your uncle, those kind of things.
Even if you are creative, you can write a story
based on the poetry.
Yeah, you can write any story about anything, even if you have never seen that thing. Let's say, like something like shooting yenzeke eSoweto, that shooting ungakhona ukubhala ngayo ukuthi yenzeke njani, even if we are not there. But then we can tell people and we can make people have that
knowledge or image.
Your image, yeah. Wow, how this
thing you think it happened. Yeah. Okay. Oh, the poetry, man. I never knew anything about poetry. I don't lie. I never knew anything about poetry. I never joined any poetry. I never like meet someone and to have conversations about the poetry. But then it was a great pleasure, as I said, Mr. Jimmy Captain, for me to have you on here on our studios at the Yellow Room Podcast Cypher. But then I want to know, Mr. Jimmy, because I think I have still like a lot of questions that I want to ask, but then I don't want to jump in questions on you like that, But then, yeah, we can just tell me more about the essay hip hop, right? Essay hip hop. What do you think about essay hip hop?
Yeah. Let me sit right. Yeah, I want to essay hip hop. I think for people who wanna do hip hop, they must work hard. They must work hard. There are people here outside here who are doing hip hop, like the way even everyone can like it. Like, let me do an example. There is some different guy called McLaren. McLaren is too different, and this is carrying a wave.
Shout out to Matlera Dope Boy. Shout out Matlera. Shout out to Mr. Matlera Dope Boy once again, man.
Like he's doing like his own thing,
His own style.
his own style. Like there are too many people who are. If you wanna join, like you wanna be a part of SA hip hop on a mainstream artist, you must work hard. You must work hard. You must know your story.
Ukuthi kahle kahle, what is my story on this hip hop thing? Because now you're gonna wanna sound like Mr. Matlera Dope Boy.
Yeah.
Already we have Mr. Matlera Dope Boy.
And then we say, this is McLaren. And then we can stream and listen maybe one song or two songs. And then after that, we say,
This guy is wanna be.
We're tired of too many McLaren. There are too many McLarens.
Now there's people who are copying other people's style. Now they wanna be someone. They wanna sound like someone. You know, that's a big problem, guys. Because now you're not doing what you wanna do. You know, you're not doing what you always wanted to do as a person about your music career. If you are a musician, or if you're in poetry artist, or if you're a videographer, you know, photographer, or social media influencer. Now you start to wanna be like someone else while you can do you know what I'm saying? But then Mr. Jimmy Captain, no other way of me saying anything, you know. I just need you to drop out as your social media link, your social media platforms, your pages, you know, where they can find Mr. Jimmy Captain, you know, how can they contact you if they wanna book you, you know, for the events, for maybe be on the podcast too. Maybe there's someone who's watching the podcast and wanna feature you on their podcast, you know what I'm saying? Or they wanna like book you for the other event for poetry, you know. So you can just give us your social media platforms, handles, you know, so that we all know that this is where we can find Mr. Jimmy Captain. And the other thing, how can we find those songs that you're on the features?
Okay. On the social platforms, I'm THEECAPTAIN RSA. I think to all social platforms. THEECAPTAIN RSA. And then if you want to book me, my contact numbers, it's 073 204 1717. Also,
repeat the numbers.
073
All right.
204 1717. And then also you can email me group captain 666.com.
Group Captain 666.com. Where is this 666 coming from, Mr. Captain? You start panicking me, making me coming in a goosebumps here on the chairs. You know what I'm saying? But it's a big thing for giving us your social media handle so that they can start following you, and they can also start to stream your songs and stream your poetry. So tell me, this captain, are we balling the Yellow Room, or is it THEE?
Yeah, THEE.
Double E's.
Yeah, double E's.
Oh.
With no space.
No space.
THEECAPTAIN. Yeah,
THEECAPTAIN. THEECAPTAIN, they're all together.
Yeah, then /RSA.
/RSA.
Yeah.
So you heard him, my beautiful viewers, my beautiful subscribers. You heard him, Mr. Captain. He says, you can go and subscribe on his things, you know, his social media platforms. You send him email if you want to book him for the poetry side and the music side. He even left us his phone numbers, guys. Let's go and tap in and try to support our upcoming artists, man. Our artists, South African artists, who we can always elevate the upcoming generation of the South Africans. So, man, no other ways for me. I'm your boy, Mr. Two Cups. Mr. Do You, cause he too cool. You know, this is the Yellow Room Podcast Cypher. Mr. THEECAPTAIN, he's gonna give us the cypher. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna give us the cypher, but I'm not gonna push him on the rush for now. We're gonna just take 5, and then after 5, we're gonna just jump on the cypher side. You know what I'm saying, my man? You're gonna drop those bars with Mr. THEECAPTAIN. He's the one who's gonna introduce us on the podcast, the cypher side. He's the first artist to jump on the cypher side. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna give us the freshest freestyle forever for the cypher on the Yellow Room Podcast Cypher. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, Mr. THEECAPTAIN, it was great, wonderful having you on the studios. It was a great pleasure for having you on the studios. We're going to keep on doing more music, giving more motivation to the upcoming generation, my guy. Or uthini ngayo le ndaba?
Yeah, thank you. Okay. I know I'm waiting for. Okay, I can do also
A poetry.
a poetry.
Yeah,
And then
no sweat.
I can also make a cappella freestyle.
Yeah, you can make a cappella freestyle.
Yeah.
Let me do this. He's about to give us a cappella freestyle on the Yellow Room Podcast Cypher. Mr. Two Cups, do you, cause he too cool. I'm with the captain, man. You know what it is. Hey, yo, Mr. THEECAPTAIN, jump on straight on it, my man.
Yeah. Even bewuvala lo mnyango can take it by pass ninza ezincango bathi ngixoxa ulwimi akhonto ingenayo I'll get there by force zawugqatha ufezo nzalwela itonela nzodlula lo mnqansa bathini kum bathi uya stuck block shock njandini that I'll pass achieve and unlock makwedini I'm a captain of the street akubhar endlini nobe ndimisa nzohamba incwaba lendoda endleleni ikhala esidenge endimangeni inxeba salivala nase TVini ndithi phihli phohlo ziyawe ndonga chiphi chapha inganeta nemvula apho ndikho impumelelo nempolo akho rap bavale njengenqola akho yolo nalomculo akho lento ndiqale ndimncinci lathi kandlela remember the time lahla amathemba kukubi ngaphandle nyukile intaba lost my mother ndisele nomuntu again must try nyukile ithemba no me passion but passion I have to go there I'll never hesitate I got no one umthwalo undisinda bekumnyama ekhasi sifo.
Shout out to Mr. THEECAPTAIN, Bafita. Yeah. South Africa has talent, Bafita. South Africa has talent. We really have a talent out here. We just need people to come and invest on the upcoming artists. You know, come on the events and see these artists, man. You see these people, they hungry. They have this talent to showcase to the world. You know what I'm saying? Once again, man, it's your boy, Mr. Two Cups, do you, cause he too cool. Angvanyi one, Buffet Mvano, Mr. THEECAPTAIN, you know what I'm saying? He dropped us the dopest cypher freestyle a cappella, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, I have goosebumps now, I don't know what to say. Mr. THEECAPTAIN, yo, it's been a great pleasure, my guy. I really, really appreciate you, man.
Thank you, bro.